Hello everybody, Robert Rambles here, and welcome to a game called Greedfall. If you're not familiar with Greedfall, it's being billed as a huge RPG experience along the lines of games like Dragon Age and The Witcher, where our choices are going to matter. We are going to play as a custom character who is setting off on a search to find a cure to an illness that is threatening his entire continent. We'll find ourselves exploring a new land, but we're not alone in this new world. There are going to be established factions that we'll either have to work with or oppose, as well as a native population and monsters and creatures that we've never seen before. We're going to have to decide what allies to make and which NPCs to group with, and ultimately it's these decisions that are going to shape the destiny of this new world. Now, it's supposed to be a living, evolving world where even the smallest of our choices matter, so I'm really excited to see how that turns out. The setting is also very unique. Think 18th century European setting, as you'll kind of notice here in the background. So it's something different than the typical high fantasy, dark fantasy settings that we've probably gotten used to over the years. So I'm really intrigued, and I'm ready to jump right in and see what Greedfall has to offer, shall we? This mode provides a balanced challenge. You'll have to optimize your skills and equipment, use crafting, and plan your battles carefully to finish the game. That sounds good. Let's go with that.
Could you stand a little taller, just a tad?
Like this?
Yes, yes. The chin a tiny bit lower. Gaze a little more to the right. There! Now, hold the pose.
Okay, so character creation. We'll play a dude. That's fine. We got some presets here, which we could cycle through, and we can kind of pick one to work off of. Let's see. Well, we know we want to rock a beard, so let's see what kind of beards we have. That'll do. As far as the hair, maybe something like that. That's kind of generic, but that's what, like pulled to the side and put in a little ponytail? Seems like it might get in our way. If I'm traveling to a new world, I probably want something kind of clean cut. Let's go with something like that. Eyebrows. That seems fine. And what about hair color? That's probably a little too white. Maybe something like this. So there's all kinds of options. I think this is okay. Yeah, I think it's fine. It's going to be the character we're staring at for the entire game, which will hopefully be a long time. What's the next step? Okay, we're going to pick our starting skills according to our playstyle. The tree is open. You will be able to unlock skills or other archetypes as you progress. So we're not going to be stuck in one of these trees, as we'll find out, but this is going to provide us with our starting skills. I think I'm going to eventually want to do some kind of warrior mage combination. So I might just start with warrior skills. We could go technical. That's going to focus on firearms and traps and one-handed blades. One-handed heavy weapons, one-handed blades, and firearms. This still has firearms, so let's go ahead and start with warrior. Pick an attribute to invest your first point according to your preferred playstyle. We could do strength, increases the power of all melee attacks. Attribute required to wield the best one-handed and two-handed weapons. Agility increases fury generation and all damage inflicted in melee combat. That sounds good. Mental power increases the power of all spells, so we'll want that for magic. Endurance level, maximum life, and balance. Not sure what balance is yet, but additional health points never hurts. Let's take the additional health points right off the bat, because it can only help us. Choose the talent in which to invest your starting point to progress in your own way. Okay, so now we get to spend a talent. So we have attributes and we have talents. Charisma level 1 slightly reduces merchants' prices and slightly improves your companion's combat abilities. Slightly increases the chance of success of some dialogue choices. Science allows you to make simple potions, allows you to destroy weak walls with the help of explosive files. That seems interesting. Destroy weak walls. I wonder if that could help us with exploration. Vigor lets you pass through certain difficult passages that require balance. This kind of seems like the same thing. Like maybe that would help us explore. Increases the maximum ammo capacity and lets you slightly recover HP and magic outside of combat. Craftsmanship allows you to craft basic weapon and armor upgrades. Intuition. Gathering sites become easier to see. Slightly increases the number of ingredients and objects obtained through gathering and looting. Let's take intuition. That seems good. Let's go. Do you want to create this character? Yes, I do.
Just a few more minutes. You have such an incredibly singular face. That's a compliment, my lord, out of my mouth. Your particularity gives you character.
You're still here?
We've nearly finished. Have you any more need of me, Master?
You haven't forgotten that we're setting sail today, have you?
Of course not.
Your cousin is nowhere to be found. I've searched the palace from cellars to attics. Your uncle is beside himself.
He was of a mind to paint the town last night. Don't worry, I shall track him down. Make care to your own preparations without wrinkling another frown. We'll meet you on the boat.
It's about time your cousin took account of the responsibilities awaiting him. He should go and inform the ambassadors of Telemi and the Bridge Alliance of his departure.
Have no fear, Master. I will go and see them in his name. I beg your pardon, but urgent matters call me away. Might we finish all this later?
Impossible, my lord. You are leaving with the tide, if what I've been told is correct.
I am sorry, sir. Truly, I must be going.
My lord, please, I beg you. Her Highness has personally requested I finish it.
Thank you, cousin, for getting me out of that.
I was going to say, what was it our idea to get our portrait painted, but no, it wasn't. Somebody else's idea. The compass visible at the top in the center of the screen, it indicates important places and active quest objectives. Well, that's simple enough. Main quest, side quest. Got it. Starburst is a main quest. Can I talk to any of you fine chaps? No, but I can bump into you all. Oh, what about you?
Sire, I'm sorry. I'm afraid that I won't make for good company.
Well, not down there doing that, you won't.
I wish you a good day, Your Excellency.
Okay.
Greetings, Your Excellency.
I wonder how much freedom we're going to have to explore things right away. Let's just have a look around. We stop very suddenly. Oh, okay, so spacebar is pause. This is the tactical pause option, so we'll be able to do that in combat as well.
Hey! Green blood!
Kurt.
And so the day has finally come. My royal fledglings are leaving the nest.
Accompanied by their most loyal and tenacious master of arms.
As loyal as your goal.
Oh, enough with the cold mercenary. I know you like us. Still hiding your men in the unsuspecting shadows of the greats of this world, I see.
Hey, our blades are the only thing keeping you dainties alive.
Kurt, I'm not in need of your protection. I'm no longer a child, you know.
Is that so? Well, let's see.
Alright, we're getting right into some combat. Great. Attack 3 times. Yeah, that's fine. That's tactical pause. Tactical pause, tab or space will pause the game and allow you to choose your next action at your leisure. You will be able to access your spells, skills, and potions to use directly or assign to a shortcut. Using it during combat, you can also learn more about the enemies around you. That's good to know. Like, we can see he has 74% balance. I don't know what some of these other markers are. He's got 4 shields and then his health, so this might denote his class. I'm not sure. He's unbalanced right now. We can kick him. Hey, that's really cool. What is the furious attack? Alright. Oh, he did a healing potion on himself, and we got knocked on our ass. Dodge or parry attacks. Okay. Prove that we can fight. Now, I don't think there's a lock on. I'm not able to lock onto him, but we're kind of... Ouch. You've lost health. To assign a potion to a shortcut, use space to open the tactical menu. We're going to go down to potions. And if we want to bind it, we can... Whoops. We can hit Q. Let's go ahead and bind that. And let's go ahead and use one. Damn, he knocks us down right away with that sword. I'm kind of trying to see if there's like a dodge, like a strafe dodge.
Green blood. Me who thought myself a competent weapons master.
It's becoming a little hard to believe.
Don't add insult to injury. This is humiliating enough. We'll need to get you through the basics, or you risk getting your feathers plucked at the first sign of trouble.
That could definitely come in handy.
Apparently we didn't do very well.
In that case, Otto here is going to be your training partner. Go! Fight with honor!
Alright, firearms are ideal for interrupting or destabilizing an enemy. Each shot consumes 1 ammunition. That didn't hit anybody. So, do I want to bind that to a shortcut? Is that what it's wanting me to do? We can do that. Well, that's much cooler. You see, I keep wanting to hit space to do like a dodge roll, but that's not going to be a thing. But that is. Knocking them down like that's cool. Okay. Armor. The physical armor level is shown with shields on the health bar. Armor absorbs part of the physical damage. To break an enemy's armor, you can use an impact weapon or certain traps. Magic attacks ignore armor. Change equipped weapon. Alright, change equipped weapon. Equip an impact weapon to effectively break armor. What do we have here? Some kind of mace. Ouch. These guys like to kick. Okay, Fury. Fury is a state that allows you to use special attacks that inflict bonus damage and make enemies lose their balance. A segmented meter that fills up as you attack an enemy. Cast a spell or parry attacks from enemies will allow you to see your Fury level. When the meter reaches the first level, a visual effect will appear on your character's hands. Press Q to use a Fury attack. That kick I don't think we can block, which is unfortunate. I don't really want this base on. Let's see, you can sheath your weapon once out of combat.
It appears we've brushed up on the basics.
It does, and I'd like to be on my way. I've quite the list of things to do before we depart.
Indeed. Remember that you can always train in our barracks on the island if you're feeling rusty.
We might have to do that.
Back for the great departure.
Yes, you know I get by with very little. You're not angry that I'm coming with you, I hope.
Show him how happy you are that he's coming along. Complain about being shadowed by a bodyguard. Let's just play nice.
On the contrary, I'm thrilled that both you and Sir de Corsilion are joining our party. A few friends at your side in unknown territory is a boon.
Ah, so the old goat is coming too. And there I was thinking I would die of boredom on the trip. By the way, where is our future governor hiding? I was hoping to put his skills to the test as well.
I have no idea. He had plans to celebrate his departure last night, and we haven't seen him since. You know Constantine. I should have gone with him, but my heart wasn't in the mood for celebration. The thought of bidding my mother farewell.
It is never easy to say goodbye. But you should be going to see her now. She must be waiting for you. I'll meet you in front of the palace. Then we'll go and find Constantine together.
Very well. I'll meet you as soon as I've said my goodbyes.
Alrighty. I feel like I need a lot more practice with combat. They kind of threw all the mechanics at us really quickly there, but I think I got a handle on it. We'll see what happens when we get into some actual combat. I think that might have been a problem. Let's leave that back here. And as far as the audio, it does seem a little bit quiet. The dialogue is up all the way. Let's turn that up just a little bit. And that should be a little bit better. Now I wonder if I could just talk to these guys at any time and do combat with them, but probably not. Nope. He said there would be a place to practice once we get to the island. What is this guy's deal? Some kind of alchemist. He does not want to talk to us, however. We can head right to the objective, but I kind of want to look around. I don't know that there's going to be much for us to look around at in this area.
What is this? Have you not been taught to knock? I've asked 1,000 times. Oh, it's you, my dear child.
Mother, I'm sorry. I'm having trouble getting used to your condition.
Come now, let's speak of more pleasant things. I'm so very happy to hear your voice. You remind me so much of your father. I do miss him so. Today is the big day, isn't it? Ready to set sail for that island everyone's talking about.
Yes, but the idea of leaving you behind, alone and ill...
Dying, my child. Alas, there is nothing you can do by staying that would ease my suffering. One thing brings me cheer. They say the island is full of miracles, and we might find a cure.
Even if I were to find it, I would never be able to return in time to...
I know. But it brings me comfort to know my son has left on a mission to heal his people. Come now. It is time for you to take leave. Here, take this with you.
What is it?
A family heirloom. Something that Take it and keep it with you. May it bring you good luck. All my blessings go with you, my child. Now, be off.
So that's our first look at the disease that's kind of crippling this continent, and it's part of the reason why we're kind of trying to find a new land. And one of our tasks is to find a cure in the new world. But yeah, that's really sad that he's leaving his mom. He knows that even if he were to find a cure immediately, he would never get back in time to save her, so...
Kurt? It's done.
Sorry, Greenblood. Look, we can see the masts of the ship that'll be taking us. This is one sacred adventure we're embarking on.
I hope this island will keep its promises.
In order to know that, we'll need to find Constantine first.
You're right. Maybe he's already at the port. He was so eager to leave.
This will be quite the chore to finish before our departure. The commander wants to recover some merchandise from our supplier, but the transporter doesn't want to deliver. I did all I could to persuade. Nothing came of it. All the parliamenting fatigues me. But this is your domain. I wouldn't say no to a little help.
Of course. Where is the supplier?
In the lower boroughs, near the port.
Right then. We'll put it on our list of visits.
Okay, so this is Kurt. Kurt is a melee combat master and can wear heavy armor. 900 health. We don't know how that compares to other characters yet. He's got a point in endurance. Okay. All melee weapons. Engagement action, balance potion. Special attacks, special move according to the equipped weapon. Relationship level, faction, coin guard, relationship level, suspicious. Of us, I guess. Characteristics. Okay, so we could see deeper stats here. That's great. And let's go ahead and add him to our team. Confirm team. You just obtained a secondary quest. You could follow the details of your quest by reading your quest log.
I've been asked to pay visits to the ambassadors of Thélème and the Bridge Alliance before our departure. Their dwellings are not far from here. We could go there first.
Very well. Do you think Constantine will be waiting for us next to the ship?
I don't know, but it's certainly worthy of inspection.
Now, I don't see us tracking any minor quests. Here we go. Let's go ahead and definitely track this. So we probably want to do any minor stuff before we do the major quest. We should be able to explore this area a little bit, but once we leave, once we get on the ship and we set sail, I don't think we can come back here. Let's go negotiate with the vendor as our first step. Is he not coming with us? Does he stay here?
Greenblood, do you need something?
No.
I must leave you.
No, we don't need anything right now. I just wanted to make sure that we have you in our party. Let's just take a look around for a minute. Very beautiful. Look at that. Okay. Obviously, some parts of the town are not doing too great. But the architecture is really amazing. We can move a little faster. I'll probably tend to walk at a slower pace if I'm in an area for the first time. And let's see, we have an overworld map here of the area we're in. That's, oh, look at all these points of interest. Oh, cool, we can select them like that. I'd love to investigate all these, and if we can make a route that kind of makes sense. Maybe we'll do the embassy, the side quest, work our way down here, and then come back up. Something like that. It does seem like there's quite a bit we could explore here. I don't know what the points of interest are going to be. Torn out diary page. My pains are getting stronger and stronger. My guts are churning. It is getting harder and harder for me to run the shop. Some evenings I can't even feel my legs anymore. It's as though they've turned to ice. There's no longer any doubt. The Malachor has got me like so many others. Today I had so little strength that I couldn't even cross the road to get to my shop. Who needs books when everybody is dying anyway? All that's left for me to do is drag myself to the little dispensary they installed behind the barracks and hope they can ease my suffering. So it's called the Malachor. That is the name of the plague that we're dealing with. Discover the Prince's Palace. What is going on here? Are they burning the bodies? It is like an open pyre, isn't it? Okay. And was that the point of interest we had? Yeah, that was the point of interest. So it went from being a question mark to just being a location we could access. I don't know how I feel about the camera bob. I don't know how I feel about that. But apparently maybe we can't turn it off. Control options. Increase this a little bit. Creepy. He's just creeping here, waiting for us. Okay, I don't know that we could do anything here. I can't take this awesome hat. Not that our hat isn't really cool as it is. Like, look at the little curl. I don't know where we got the hat from. We just suddenly had it on.
Good day, Excellency.
Sir de Sade, to what do I owe the pleasure?
I have come to inform you that my cousin Constantine and I are departing for Tirfredi on the hour.
Ah, yes. I did indeed hear talk that you had both received callings of greater stature. Allow me to congratulate you. Were you not named legate of the congregation?
You are correct, Excellency. I thank you.
It is a station of great honor that I am sure you will fill with brio and panache. The Mother Cardinal Cornelia will be enchanted to work with you, and your cousin in the future. I only regret that your departure is so sudden.
Really?
To be entirely honest with you, I was hoping to solicit your help in a rather delicate matter.
Tell me more about it, and perhaps I can take care of your problem before my departure.
Very well. A small group of dangerous heretics has found refuge in Serene. We know that your uncle tolerates the presence of all pagans within the city walls. But these particular non-believers threaten the fragile harmony of this place. We would consider it a tremendous favor if you would arrest them and deliver them to our guard.
Heresy is not a crime in Serene. You do know that. But I'm sure my uncle would hear your arguments. Why call on my intervention?
The prince would indeed give us his blessing, but it would take time. Far too much time. For according to our sources, these fugitives have already made contact with a smuggler to take them who knows where.
I see. You're hoping that I'll be able to do something before they make it to an enemy city. If your heretics are planning on boarding a ship, then they must be in the dockyards. I'll look into this and see what I can do.
Okay, well, let's see what we can ask about. So, I mean, we're looking for our cousin. Our uncle is the ruler of Serene, which is the city that we're in. Maybe the country, but at least the city. And so we're kind of royalty. And so he's trying to circumvent things by having us do this for him. Okay, here we go. We're going to learn some things. Relations with the congregation. Position on Tavern. And the relationship with the Bridge Alliance.
What's your point of view on the relations between our two nations?
As ambassador of Thélème, I can only rejoice at the mention of our commercial treaties. We appreciate as well the welcome that your uncle gave to our missionaries. Thanks to your support, more and more believers wander your lands. The congregation is our most precious ally. To be perfectly honest, we have only two complaints. That heresy is tolerated, and that your treaties with the Bridge Alliance are maintained.
Those are two pretty big issues. Like, those are probably cornerstones of our entire society. So, I don't know. That seems pretty huge.
How's Thélème faring on Tavern?
We built a marvelous city.
Tavern is the new
San Mateus,
land, the new island.
on the western coast of the island. Did you know that certain historians believe that it might well have been the final resting place of our prophet?
Convenient.
Our missionaries there are a multitude. Not a day passes without new islanders joining our sacred faith. Of course, there are certain pockets of resistance. There is talk of a demonic cult. Disgusting creatures. But I am confident that the Ordo Luminous will be able to put an end to these horrors. And we have tremendous hopes that the entire native population will join our ranks.
Oh boy, you're not going to get everybody with that spiel, I'll tell you that. And the Bridge Alliance, we kind of know that he hates these guys, but let's just ask anyway.
How goes the conflict with the Bridge Alliance?
Your territory is, alas, the only one that has been spared from the ravages of war on the continent. We fight on every front. Without great success, one must say. But what other choice do we have? These so-called savants not only refuse the light, but are determined in their fight against it.
And on Tavern?
To my knowledge, no one has yet seen any serious fighting. The Bridge have succeeded in provoking the natives there, and have their hands full keeping them at bay. which leaves us greater latitude to settle peacefully and pursue our mission of conversion.
Could you tell me anything about Thélème?
It would be a pleasure. As you already know, our glorious nation is guided by our faith. We follow the teachings of Matthias, our founder and greatest prophet, and give thanks each day to the Luminous for having gifted us magic. The high dignitaries of Thélème are at the same time our spiritual guides, advocates, and grand mages.
Now that's interesting.
I've heard say that dissensions have appeared recently in your nation.
Ah, you must certainly be speaking about the debates that have divided the Ordo Luminous and the more political orders. The Lord Luminous has an extremely pure vision of our faith and applies the words of our saint very strictly. But other, more open-minded factions exist within our nation. They believe that a less rigid dialectic would attract souls more readily to our faith. But their differences are purely theoretical, and do not threaten the cohesion of our nation, I assure you.
Sure. Okay, so I think we get the gist with this guy. What I find really interesting is I wasn't sure that magic existed on the old continent, and he just confirmed for us that there is in fact magic here, so very interesting.
I must be going. Farewell, Excellency.
May the light guide you, de Sade.
Alright, so we got that one finished. He wants us to track down some heretics. So we could do that. We're going to focus on the coin guard merchandise first, and then we'll take care of the heretics. Where are they at? Well, we'll check our map. Missions. So we have quests, side quests, and missions. We haven't got any missions yet. If we do a straight shot, we're just going to go right down to the vendor, and then we can explore those other points of interest further south. This episode's probably going to be on the long side, maybe close to an hour. I'll try to keep all the subsequent episodes around 30 minutes. But I want us to be able to see as much as we can, and I am going to spend quite a bit of time here in seeing as much as we can here in Serene. And by the time we get maybe to the next episode, well, we might still be here, actually, depending on how much there is to do. And kind of the interesting thing is, I think at any point we could just go to the new continent and follow the main quest chain, but I don't want to skip any content, so...
Good day, good sir.
Oh, jeez.
How might I be of service?
You can start by explaining to me why you refused to honor the orders agreed upon with the guard.
There's been a misunderstanding, sir. Of course we're ready to honor the orders. In fact, I've already had a word with your master-at-arms.
They're asking that we pay again, despite having already paid.
Could have told us that up
Just
front,
the
man.
price has gone up since. I've nothing to do with it.
This is inadmissible. If you agree on a sum, you need to honor that agreement.
I'm sorry, sir. I'm just an agent. And I'm only obeying orders.
Why don't we go and solicit other suppliers, Kurt?
When we've already paid for the merchandise? If these thieves agree to reimburse the original payment, it's what we do immediately. And do know, in the future, we won't be shopping with them. Well, I should think not.
Well, we won't be here, so...
Your master has apparently asked you to demand a second payment for this merchandise.
That's right. He told me that their attendants seemed to be hiding something when he passed the order. And so he must have thought the guard would end up paying in the end, whatever he asked for.
I'll be damned. And I'm the one they've sent to settle the affair.
Sorry, Captain, it's nothing personal. I'm only following orders.
Following orders. Yeah, we hear you. Makes one wonder which one of the two of us is a coin guard.
This whole story sounds suspicious and stinks of a scandal. You're demanding a second payment but refuse to reimburse the one that was already made.
I'm not the one demanding nor refusing. It's my master.
Well, where can we find this guy? Let's get to the chase here.
Madness.
Right.
You understand now why I'm asking for your help?
Let's see what we can do. Charisma. Threaten a prison sentence. 50% chance to succeed, maybe? Offer a bribe. Or threaten him. I'd rather try the charisma first. I don't really care for any of these options, honestly. I'm not going to bribe him. I mean, intuition. That's what he wants, right? Is he angling for a bribe? Is that going to be our most effective way of dealing with this guy? Or is it just going to piss him off? I think these two would have the higher chance of pissing him off. This could work. I don't know. If we'd have spent that point in charisma, maybe it would have. Let's offer him a bribe.
I'm certain we can come to an unofficial arrangement.
Successful use of intuition.
You are clearly the apprentice of a demanding master who expects you to follow orders without raising a brow. Life in your shoes can't be easy. Perhaps we could help you take the weight off your feet.
And what would I have to do in exchange? If I give you the merchandise, my master will still demand the price you're supposed to pay me.
Not if you were robbed. By pure chance. I mean, it could happen to anyone. What if the guards leave a little extra bonus in your pocket as you look away? And while you're making yourself busy elsewhere, some of my men break in and collect their merchandise. You'll just have to make a devastated, the dastardly boldness of them face in front of your master, and we're done.
And the bonus will be how much?
Well, you won't be retiring with it.
Oh. All right. Done. I'm with you. As soon as I've received my bonus, my eyes will grow weary-like.
Not just yet. You'll get your bonus afterwards. The guard has already been taken once by your promises.
Well, you can't hold it against me for trying. Very well. Call for your men to come.
You're certainly honoring your new title. Bravo! The quartermaster must be expecting us.
Yeah, I don't know if, like, bribing people is how I typically want to go about things. Oh, we don't need our swords. Let's put our swords away. But it worked out in this case.
Don't you worry now. You'll get your merchandise.
Yeah, you've said that, but I still obviously don't think we can trust you. Alright, so we could head over here, and we'll hit this point of interest. We will go to the Coin Guard Barracks and inform the Coin Guard Barracks Quartermaster, and then we'll take out these. That seems like a good plan. Ooh, but we have a tavern. Decisions, decisions. Whoa! What in the hell? Are you serious?
To my help, and death to the others!
Come on and fight, you bunch of cowards!
Okay. What is this? Light. I don't know. Actions.
Move away! Things are about to get dicey!
Whoa! That guy's got the same kind of idea we had, which was just to shoot first and talk later. Okay. So, guns are good. I didn't expect that we would run into just random people trying to kill us here in Serene, our home city. What a bunch of dicks. We do need to heal, which... probably could have done that while in combat. At least we didn't die. So now we know there will be people here trying to kill us. Awesome. I was kind of worried that we'd just be all running around, you know. But it's good to know there's going to be some combat. I'm like wanting to try all these doors, even though I'm sure that some of them we can't do anything with. I can see the inside, let me in. I don't have a jump, do I?
I believe I've seen you at the palace. Are you one of the prince's relatives?
I am.
Oh, hello, Your Excellency. It is an honor.
Nice hat. We have a crafting table here. Craftsmanship allows you to upgrade your weapons and armor. Science allows you to create potions and traps. You need knowledge to be able to use the crafting table. To obtain it, spend points in the desired talents. Use certain pieces of equipment or companions that can give you a bonus. Each talent point will unlock new recipes. You will also need ingredients, which you can buy or find while exploring. So I'm assuming we're not going to be able to do anything yet, right? Oh, we can upgrade. We have our worn spiked hammer and our old rusted saber. Not sure what we would do in here with this. Yeah, we can't do anything yet, I don't think. And here's the tavern. Just some gold coins laying around. We'll just take them right off the table from that guy. He's fine with it, right?
Hello, sir.
Hello. Don't mind that we just took your gold coins.
There are some days when you'd rather get drunk all day than have to suffer through this again.
I hear you there.
Have a nice day, sire.
Because, you know, with everybody getting sick and everything, I can understand why a lot of people would want to spend their time in the tavern.
Sire, I'm sorry. I'm afraid that I won't make for good company.
Well, why not? It must be the class divide, you know. It's very strongly in effect in Serene.
Good day, Tavern Keeper.
Good day to you. What is your pleasure?
Let's see what we can find out. Let's find out about the Malachor. We don't know too much about it.
Has the Malachor really put a damper on your business?
More than a damper. They were soaked. When the sickness began to spread, a wave of panic followed in its wake. People stopped going out of their homes. They were afraid. I was close to closing shop, I tell you. And then, thankfully, the alchemists of the bridge said that you couldn't just catch it like that. People were still distrustful, as is their nature, but they are leaving home again. It's a start. I also lost quite a few regular customers. Dead or too scared to venture back. Yeah, but that's nothing new to you. The city would have sunk in the water if not for trade with the New Isle.
So you can't catch it just like that. I wonder how you do contract it. We clearly didn't hesitate to, you know, hold our mother's hand, kiss her on the head, and she seemed pretty far along. We do have a weird mark on our own face, but we haven't, you know, that's it. It might not be the sickness. What does he know about the new island?
With all these sailors coming and going, you must have heard some stories about Tirfredi.
Right. Even stories that my heaviest drinkers would have trouble believing. They say that man-trees live there. Dragons and gigantic creatures.
Man-trees?
Treasure abounds under every rock. And the source of eternal life is hidden somewhere there. Last night, some Nauts even told me they brought back one of those giant beasts into the port. Ah, but you know the kind.
That sounds ominous.
If you ask my opinion, the drink was fueling their imaginations.
They brought one in.
I need to be off. Farewell.
Goodbye.
So if you find a beast on a new island, I don't know, like, do you want to just bring it back home? I guess that's what people have done throughout history. Destroying entire ecosystems. Oh, look at this. More coins. Ooh, what can we find in the basement? For a minute I thought we were about to be attacked. Oh, they have quite a thriving business down here, actually. Very cool. I love the architecture inside the building here.
Greetings. I hope your day will be better than mine. May the disease never afflict you, Your Excellency.
It hasn't yet. Okay, so where do we want to go next? We had marked the merchant here. Let's head up and around the corner. I'd actually almost prefer a mini-map to the little bar style, Skyrim style of navigating up at the top. I mean, it's fine. It's just a preference I have for small mini-maps over these directional markers. It's easier to correlate a mini-map to an actual map for me. We've reached our destination. At least it lets us know. I am ignoring them and exploring everything to see if there's anything we can loot, like any of these awesome rifles here. Doesn't want us to take any of those. And this is the back door where they're keeping some sick people. Abandoned letter. Albert, I hope you will be given this letter when you finally return from Al-Assad. Provided there is somebody still alive here to give it to you. I can barely see anymore and it's difficult to write. I'm sorry, my child. I can't leave you much. The looters are sure to have wrecked our beautiful bookstore by now, but they might not have found the chest I hid in our house. Take care of yourself, my son, and if the money enables you to, flee to this magic island, which is said to be completely free of evil. Your loving father. So this is probably from the same person we read the excerpt from earlier. Okay, we'll head back inside.
Sir Desade, I presume. It is an honor to make your acquaintance. Captain, you set sail soon. Have you seen to our little business?
Yes. We were finally able to recover your merchandise.
Excellent news. I'm afraid, though, that your mission isn't completely finished, Kurt.
Blast me, I'm a captain, not an errand boy.
The commander was quite explicit.
Very well. What do I need to do?
The merchandise that you obtained needs to be sent to Tier 4D as soon as possible. But the Port Authority formalities for shipping take an eternity to wade through. And we've already lost quite a bit of time with this dishonest merchant.
Are you blatantly asking us to smuggle this merchandise and contraband?
I would never ask you to do such a thing, Your Excellency.
Ah, but you don't mind asking that of Kurt.
That's why you're asking Kurt to do it.
If he finds an alternative solution that is less illegal, that would be fine. The method matters not. But this cargo must reach the Isle on the next ship.
Marvelous.
Well then, I await your return with utmost impatience.
Find a way to move the cargo.
Certain you shall do what's required.
I mean, if it's that important, you'd think we have some standing to say, hey, let's waive the formalities and get these weapons and stuff to the new land. Seems like that'd be like a top priority. But, you know, bureaucratic red tape, I guess, is holding things up. And we're just going to cut through all that red tape because that is what we do. So there's our next objective. Fontaine Family Warehouse. Okay. Alright, so let's head down to the southeast. Poisoned alchemical mix sets a poisoned alchemical mix which explodes when an enemy comes close, dealing elemental damage to all enemies within its range. So it's a trap? Leather and hawthorn, I'm assuming crafting materials. Ooh, we have road signs. And so something they haven't told us yet that I'm curious to find out is how exactly one contracts the Malachor. Alchemical preparation of elemental damage. Sets in alchemical preparation of elemental damage which explodes. So these are traps that we can lay down, I'm assuming. We have ammo. Okay. Oh, so C is crouch. If we want to creep around, we can do that. Let's take a look at our equipment and see exactly what we have going on here, because we keep seeing ammunition pop up. So that's probably something we're going to have to keep track of. And so if we want to do any crafting, I guess we're going to have to take at least a point in craftsmanship, although they suggested that we could have one of our companions do it. If we get a companion that has some skill. Okay, the Discoverer's hat, here's the thing. So when you pre-order, you get certain items. I don't like the idea of using items that you get from a pre-order if they are a higher quality or are going to give you a significant advantage. And it looks like this one would give us a significant advantage over what we come with. So I'm going to keep the base stuff on. I don't know if I'm going to use that. I really don't like when games give pre-order bonuses that are going to affect the gameplay. So when I think of a good pre-order bonus, something cosmetic is typically what I would prefer. Same thing here. They gave us this Alchemist Rapier, which the quality... So we're talking about 140 damage or 185. Yeah, but I'm not going to use it. We didn't earn this. It was just given to me because I happened to pay for the game a day early. So yeah, I don't know. Those are my thoughts about pre-order bonuses. They should never be things that can give you an edge in the gameplay. It should be something purely cosmetic or something fun. But it feels like those weapon upgrades and armor upgrades might help us quite a bit, so I'm not going to use them.
Lively there, lads and lasses! I promised the merchants and their prince we'd be off before the tide. You, man, carry that properly. That porcelain is worth more than your life.
And then he drops all of it. You made him nervous.
There are some children we'd been best to refuse.
Captain Vasco.
And you are?
I'm de Sardet, the prince's nephew. If all is in order, we will soon be embarking on your boat.
It's a ship, not a boat.
I like this guy already.
Apologies for my asking, but the young governor isn't with you.
He didn't come home this morning. I need to find him before departure.
I hope nothing's happened to him or he hasn't changed his mind. The tide does not wait.
Perhaps he simply celebrated his imminent departure with a little too much enthusiasm. Is everything ready?
We're short a crew member. The cabin boy is missing. But have no fear, we will leave without him if he does not present himself before the tide.
Is he an important member of the crew?
We don't need him for sailing or navigation. He's only a cabin boy.
He must have simply had a bit too much to drink in celebrating his departure. Like another I know.
I doubt that. Jonas was never one to fancy drink. And it's been 2 days since last he was seen. No,
oh boy.
Bad has happened to him.
Yeah, probably.
May I ask you, if you hear anything, could you report it to me? I would like to set sail with a clear mind.
Yeah, we can definitely track him down. Where was he? Oh, yeah, so let's see where his acquaintances. Maybe he's with family.
Does the boy know anyone in Serene?
Other than fellow Nords, you mean? I don't think so, but it's difficult to be sure.
When did you see your cabin boy for the last time?
It's been 2 days since I've had any news at all. It wasn't out of the ordinary until this morning. My men have free shore leave when we're at dock. But the day of departure, every able-bodied sailor must be present on the ship.
Anybody we can talk to who might have gone out with him, or?
This Jonas, does he have any close friends amongst the crew?
In tradition, we are all members of the same family. But yes, there would be Flavio and Lauro.
Might I have a word with them?
As you wish. You'll find them over there, in port.
This is what we need him for. We need to help him smuggle this merchandise.
I have a favor to ask before we leave.
I'm all ears.
We would like to load some merchandise into your ship's hold.
Impossible. You're too late for that. All merchandise must be registered at the Port Authority, and the formalities are long. So, unless you're asking me to turn smuggler and hide contraband on my vessel...
I wouldn't go that far. We're only talking about a few crates after all.
Well then, they'll have to wait. The next ship for New Serene leaves in a month.
Hellfire. If that shipment doesn't leave today, the commander will have my hide.
Captain, I understand your position, but isn't there some way we can get these crates on board?
I doubt it. Even if I wanted to help you, my quartermaster is a half-crazed bridge troll. He's gotten it into his head that a gang of ruffians want to use my ship to pass contraband over to Tier 4D. He's placed guards where our cargo is being held before being loaded.
Well, he's not
All
wrong.
that's not in the warehouse and noted on the manifest will be left on the docks. Sorry, but your crates are gonna have to wait until the next ship sets.
Oh, geez, we're just going in circles with these.
Sorry, Kurt. At least we tried.
The commander is gonna have my head. I'm sure that's what he wanted in giving me this impossible task.
Well, aren't you going to be leaving with us?
We're going to have to dock to the manifest ourselves. It must be at the Harbour Master's office.
God, right away, and we're willing to bribe people, doctor important documents? I mean, what are we not going to do?
You haven't heard anything about my cousin by chance, have you? To be honest, we were hoping to find him here.
Did you say he was intending on celebrating his departure? My men spoke of a rather animated party that went down at the Tavern, but I haven't heard anything else.
That isn't the safest place in the city. I hope nothing has happened to him.
Let's go and find him. Thank you, Captain.
Now, is that the same tavern we were at already?
Be back soon, Captain.
Okay, the heretics, though, we had a different quest for that,
So,
didn't we?
You still haven't found your cousin?
No, we haven't.
As you well know, we cannot leave.
We know.
No fear.
I'm still
We know.
without news of my...
We know.
Have you seen anyone wandering about? Suspicious looking. Maybe clandestine passengers.
Take a look around. There are far too many comings and goings to spot possible stowaways. As long as they don't try and get on my ship, I pay no attention to them. That said, we did catch ourselves a smuggler just a while ago.
A smuggler? Maybe he could be of some use. Where could I find him?
In the port jails, not far from the warehouses. Might I ask you, why the sudden interest in smugglers and the odd stowaway?
Well, I mean, let's not say too much.
Nothing to bother yourself about. I'm just curious.
You wouldn't, by the sheerest of coincidences, be on the trail of a couple of heretics, Your Excellency. The same a couple of the ambassadors of Taleme's men have been looking for nigh on 2 days.
And so you know about that?
Of course. The Cardinal's henchmen are hard to miss, even in a crowd. And they were making quite a fuss, hoping we would cave in and help them in their hunt. Feel free to carry out your own investigation, but you'll end up with the same answers. The port brigs, just like the warehouses, are property of the Nords. No one else may enter.
Okay.
Be back
All right.
soon, Captain.
We need to have a word.
Interrogate the
with that
smuggler.
sailor mentioned.
He's a captain, Kurt, like yourself. And in order to interrogate the smuggler, we'll need to find a way into his jail.
Okay, so we have quite a few things that we could investigate here. Investigate the disappearance of the novice. Tamper with the ship's log in the harbor master's office. Same thing here. Clear out the warehouse guards. So we could do all this. I think we're going to have to take a little break though. And next time we come back, we'll clear out all these side quests. We have another point of interest down here, our last unrevealed point of interest. And then I think that the final thing we'll do is go find Constantine. That's our main quest objective. So we'll do these little ones first. And that'll kind of be our modus operandi. We'll do all the side quests first in a loop that makes sense, and then we'll circle back and do our main quests. So where are we at here? We are down at the harbor, so we just gotta head directly east. So let's take a little break. I'm having a lot of fun with this. I feel like we could probably spend hours here. I feel like some people might jump on the boat right away and go to New Serene. And they'd probably be missing out on all this. We're finding good lore bits. We're learning some things about the world, about the disease that's afflicting the continent. And we're also learning about some of the political situations that happen here that are probably going to carry over into the new world. So yeah, let me know what you guys think of the series down below in the comments. If you are having your own playthroughs going on simultaneously, just I would say avoid any spoiler stuff. I don't want to know anything about the story or things like that. If you have any tips on gameplay or combat mechanics, always want to hear stuff like that. So yeah, let me know what you think. Take care, and we'll see you again real soon. Bye now.